You should fear the Boston Celtics as they just sent the NBA a serious message with Kristaps Porziņģis returning. The Celtics got a dominant victory versus the Los Angeles Clippers, but not only were the Celtics stars really solid in Jaylen Brown, Porziņģis, Derrick White, and Jayson Tatum, but their bench players stepped up as well. Peyton Pritchard exploding, Neemias Queta really having a standout game after getting a DNP in yesterday's contest, and many other Celtics stepping up in these roles to really solidify who the top dog is in the NBA. Those defending champs are still to be feared. Welcome back to Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz. We're going to be getting into all of this and more on this episode here. Make sure to hit that like button if you do enjoy the content. Without further ado, let's get into the topic. Make sure to grab that snack. But like I said, watch out Eastern Conference. The Celtics are at full strength and they are here. The Celtics have started off this season 18 games so far, little over a month into the season, and the Celtics are 15-3, notably beating the team in first place, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 17-1. The Celtics have handed them that one loss, and the Celtics are on a big win streak as well, as they take 6 straight here as they win back-to-back versus the Timberwolves yesterday and now the Los Angeles Clippers. And like I mentioned, it was an absolutely fantastic game. First off, we had some fantastic news to start off the day with Kristaps Porziņģis coming back for this Celtics team and getting ready to go for this squad, and he made sure that was known. Mazzulla made sure the Celtics got into that rhythm, playing with Kristaps Porziņģis and getting him involved early. We want to look at the stats here for the Celtics in the contest today. Porziņģis, 23 minutes today, but he played effectively for the Celtics. 6 for 12 from the field, 1 for 6 from three-point range, was going at them, but played fantastic defense and was a key impact for the Celtics in some rim protection against Ivica Zubac. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks for the big man in Porziņģis. And like I said, the Celtics starters did come to play. Tatum and Jaylen Brown both had fantastic games alongside Derrick White as well. Derrick White, 6 for 12 from the field, 5 3-pointers, doing a little holster, checking his pants to find where those threes were coming from, but they were found. 4 rebounds and 7 assists for the man Derrick White. Jaylen Brown had 17 points tonight, 6 for 11 from the field, shooting 50%. He had 3 threes alongside that with 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And Jayson Tatum doing Jayson Tatum things once again. 9 rebounds, 4 assists. 7 of those rebounds were in the first quarter, which was absolutely fantastic for Tatum. Tatum also had 2 threes and was big for the Celtics here. 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Celtics really came together defensively as a unit, but not only where their starters getting it going, the bench unit was getting it going as well. And like I mentioned, players like Peyton Pritchard have really stepped up this season, really late at the end of last season, but really started delivering this season and really rising up the ranks as Peyton Pritchard has set himself as the favorite for 6th man of the year. And in tonight's contest, ladies and gentlemen, he might have just cemented that a little bit more. Pritchard, 7 for 13 from the field tonight. If we want to look at those stats, absolutely fantastic points. 20 points for Pritchard and an absolutely fantastic night for it. Oh, yep, 20 points for Pritchard. Absolutely fantastic. 6 threes or 5 threes, like I mentioned. 7 for 13 from the field. Just getting them going for the Celtics here tonight. And Sam Hauser as well. 3 for 3 for the Celtics. Those boys were shooting off the bench. And Neemias Queta, the story that Celtics fans want to break down and talk about. Many people have been outraged with Neemi's performance those last couple nights, but honestly, I was saying keep believing in him, keep trusting in him. Obviously, look at those other guys like Luke and X, but still believe in Neemi, and Neemi came and showcased that tonight. Neemi had all that energy for the Celtics here. Like I mentioned, 5 for 6 from the field. Even had that beautiful play with Derrick White late in the fourth quarter. Derrick White went and saved the ball, passed it to Neemi down low. Neemi kicked it back out to Derrick White for a 3, and Derrick White said, "You know what, Neemi? I'll reward you. Here's this easy basket." And Neemi got that finish. But not only did Neemi actually really be solid in making some shots around the rim, Neemi was fantastic on the boards as well. 7 defensive rebounds with a total of 9, and it was an effective shot block for the Celtics as he had 14 blocks for the Celtics tonight. And like I said, you want to look at those Celtics plus minuses. Hauser, Queta, and Pritchard, all plus 25 at least from the Celtics bench. That is effective, them working in with those starters. And that goes to show you not only were the starters effective, but Pritchard, Hauser, and Neemias Queta were big difference makers off the bench for the Celtics tonight. And Nemi had a similar performance versus the Clippers when he went up against them last season, where he had a double-double in that Western Conference road trip. So maybe the Clippers are Neemias Queta's kryptonite. But not only were those players solid off the bench, but players like Jordan Walsh and Jaden Springer were also guaranteed some run for the Celtics team, and they also delivered. Springer, a player who's been rumored in trades, Celtics fans want to throw him out there. He is playing with that definition of stay ready mentality. He came off the bench, played some fantastic defense for the Celtics, getting some grimy steals, and even got a nice steal with a good finish at the other end to get an and one for himself. Jordan Walsh had a thunderous dunk absolutely late in the fourth quarter, slamming it home. Shout out to Rui, who replied to me on Blue Sky talking about that, hearing it in the suburbs. But also, not only that, in his first possession, stuck on to one of the Clippers guys on defense, fighting through multiple screens, and got a big block on his first possession. So Jordan Walsh playing some impact moments kind of sporadically in there on the defensive side, being a key impact player. So was Jaden Springer. And that's the great thing about this Celtics team. And what other franchises have to fear about is not only are Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown these, really, really solid 1A and 1B superstars in this league, where they realistically can go off either night, in which if Jaylen Brown's cooking up on the offensive side, which we've seen him be delivering on that front for the Celtics in these last two games, Jayson Tatum can be that rebounder, be that facilitator, be that playmaker for this Celtics team, and really set up this team's offense. But having guys like Peyton Pritchard and having guys like Derrick White be those clutch three-point shooters, to have that ability to be catch and shoot guys, especially Sam Hauser as well, stepping up to be that third guy tonight, was very, very successful for the Celtics. And as we all know, inserting Kristaps Porziņģis, a guy who is a top-tier player on this Celtics team, arguably, possibly the third best player. If you want to say, there's a lot of toss-up on who could be that third best player between him and Derrick White. Honestly, you could call them both technically the third player if you want to say Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown are a 1A, 1B. Let's call them a 3A and 3B at this point. But yes, similarly, they both step up and deliver on every night. And what we've seen with the Celtics in some of these recent games, with playing with guys with Kristaps being out, is a weakened front court. And with Queta and Cornette and Tillman kind of fighting against some of these tougher teams and some of these teams that have better big men, it's been a little bit difficult for the Celtics to hold that end and be able to be an anchor on that defensively. So having Kristaps Porziņģis being inserted in there was a really, really shining moment to showcase how that can bring out, and really having Neemias Queta step up as that backup big tonight as well was key and successful for the Celtics, and starting Ivica Zubac, who's been very dominant for the Clippers this season so far, alongside James Harden and Norman Powell, who was out in tonight's contest. But like I said, Celtics get a commanding victory tonight and really send the NBA a message to be fearful of this team. Like I said, the Celtics have beaten the only team ahead of them in the Eastern Conference. Their only loss this season, the 17-1 Cavaliers, is this Boston Celtics squad. And they only have 3 losses on the season themselves. So it's not like the Celtics have been beaten down. The East is a little bit weak, but teams out West need to start fearing the Celtics team, because if Porziņģis is fully healthy and back with this squad, we have him inserted with Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Jrue Holiday, and Derrick White. That is the best starting 5 in the NBA. Then you look at the bench: Peyton Pritchard, 6th man of the year; Sam Hauser hitting lights out from 3-point range; Neemias Queta looking like an emerging backup big. You have players like Xavier Tillman stepping up as well. Maybe not tonight, not given that really run, but in specific matchups, him being able to step up. Having players like Al Horford be that definition of that veteran presence off the bench, and he can really shine with this Celtics team. Like I said, with this team fully healthy, with everyone perfecting their roles, it is clear cut that this team is the championship favorites, and should be after they just won the NBA championship. So NBA teams should be fearful. Watch out if you're a fan of another franchise. The Celtics are coming for that repeat. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, your guys' reactions to this game. It was an absolutely fantastic one, and I'm very, very excited to be able to break down this great game on a random Monday in November. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. Let me know in the comment section what your overall thoughts are on the game and how you guys are feeling on this Celtics squad. Celtics do have some bit of rest, but just because they have rest does not mean the videos won't stop coming. So we will have content coming up for you guys over the next couple days. But the Celtics next game is after Thanksgiving. I believe it is Friday. They do have a couple days off, so we won't have any post games till after that. But We'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your night, and go Boston Celtics. Peace out, y'all.